Good morning, good day to everyone watching me today. I trust God that you all are doing well. I still remain a boy, from Stephen Ike. Today we're talking about criteria for making marital choices. I've listened to so many people, and so many people they're just saying their own view. So today I'll be telling you the things I've observed and the things that I think that are better. You should consider this while making marital choices. You see, I've listened to so many people. Some people say that if you want to marry someone that you love. If you want to marry someone that has what you want. Maybe shape, breast, all these things. Well, I am not saying that they are very absolutely wrong, but I want to tell you something that are not the things that you need to consider while getting married. Even as much as the fact that are okay for you based on the individual preferences. So you understand? I think that's not the major things to consider in choosing partner. Now, it's very important you marry somebody that you love. Yes, very, very important. But I want you to understand that there are some other things you need to consider that I've seen that so many people don't consider, they don't put into consideration when getting married. One of them is weaknesses. Have you taken time to understand this person's weaknesses? What this person is doing, how is it affecting you? I am very sure that majority of people are not considering this. They only consider that this girl is very beautiful. This girl has the store. This girl has fair she's fair in complexion. She has everything I need as a woman. Need this. She's tall. She's fair. She's classy. I am not disputing the fact that they're not good. If your wife has all these things, but I want you to understand that even as a man, safe, I want us to understand that there are some weaknesses that we have as a human being, and it really affects marriage. It really affects marriage in no small way. It really affects marriage. Take for instance now, if I love my wife, for instance, and I love my wife and I love the fact, what are the things that are triggering my love for her? Maybe for instance, she's beautiful, and because of the beauty, I love her. You understand? I can tell you that if I can't manage her weaknesses, even that love will die with time. I repeat, if I love my wife or I claim that I love my wife and I can't handle her weaknesses, even that love will die with time. Take for instance now, you see, constant complaining about somebody brings the love down. Do you get now? If I'm the type that I hate laziness, and I find a woman that is beautiful, that is physically beautiful, even every all round beautiful, but is lazy, and I detest anything that is called laziness. With time, as this wife is becoming so lazy, if I don't have the grace or the potential, the skill to manage that laziness in her, if I keep complaining that she's lazy, there will be a time even the love I have for her will die. You get it now? But if I have the capacity that I've seen that this girl that I want to marry, that she's a lazy type, and I've conditioned my mind and I've already known that I have the power, I have the skill, I have the capacity to manage that weakness, you discover that with time, even if I don't love her so much, with time, because of the fact that because marriage is all about understanding. Do you understand? So if I discover that I can understand this person's weakness and I can manage it, I can tell you love will come naturally. It will come naturally. But if I love you, because of the fact that I met you today, that you are physically beautiful, maybe I think that you are physically all that I've been demanding from a woman, and I don't consider your weaknesses, I don't consider anything about it, your behavior. Behavior is different from, should I say behavior is different from weakness. It's different to some extent. I've seen so many people that, you see now, when the wife comes, the wife is not the one, is a very dirty woman. She's a dirty wife. And then you, while trying to marry the person, you hate whatever that is called dirty. You hate anything dirty. You hate, and you don't have that courage, the capacity to handle your wife, the weakness of being dirty. You discover that anytime you come home, if you come home, you see that your wife is the environment will be dirty. You keep complaining with time that this my wife, she's a dirty woman, she's a dirty woman. There will be a time, even her, because of the fact that you're complaining bitterly every time, even her will hate you, and you too will hate her. And when you hate her, it will give opportunity for Satan to come and attack that marriage. You understand? Because anytime you're talking with her, you'll be laying emphasis on that weakness. This woman is a dirty woman. This woman is this woman is this. Because of the fact that you've not worked on the weakness of that woman before marrying her. Unfortunately, every human being has weakness. We have a lot of weaknesses in our lives. But the compatibility is what we call the ability to manage our weaknesses, individual weaknesses. So if you have considered the physical beauty of that woman, consider also the weakness of that woman. The weakness she has, is it the one you can manage? Take for instance now, if I meet my wife and I see that this wife, she's physically beautiful, and I have to understand why. That is why courtship is very important. It's very important. I'm not talking about courtship that involves sex. I'm talking about pure courtship. That's very important. That's when you understand this person, understand the weakness, and know if it is something you can manage with time. You understand? So if I come and see that this my wife is the type that her weakness is just that she's a lazy person, and I'm the type that hates laziness. I have to consider, is this somebody that I believe that this person with this weakness, I can manage it. That with her laziness, I can also do the much. I can still augment it. I can still cover it up. Then before I go. You understand? Because people don't consider weakness. Every human being has weakness. And that is why through that weakness that will kill that love that you think that you have for the person. Take for instance, your husband is the one that is addicted to smoke. Addicted to alcohol. And then you are the one that detests this. You understand? You don't like people that take alcohol. And then, have you considered yourself, I want to marry this man, and he's taking alcohol. He's addicted, not that he's addicted to alcohol. Is this somebody that I can control? Is this somebody I can advise? Is this somebody that is it this weakness that I have seen that this person is helpless about it, and there's nothing he can do about it? Is this something I can handle? I need to ask myself if this weakness is something I can handle. Now, some people are addicted to sex. Now, this is under people that are worldly. Yes, let me use that word, worldly. Because if you are in dating, pure dating, you understand, pure courtship, I don't think sex should be there. And because how I say marriage is not about your own motive first, it's the motive of God. And because if God gives you a wife, He gives you a perfect wife. Because these are the things that God considers. He considers all these things. He sees that this is the weakness of the Mr. B. See, the best wife to give to this Mr. B is this Mrs. Ada. You get now? Because God knows you better than you think you know yourself. That is why if you have not been praying as a man, if you want to marry, please pray. I beseech you to pray. Pray as much as you can. Because if you don't pray, you make a lot of mistakes. You will. Your eyes will deceive you. Your mind will deceive you. Your motives will deceive you. Your vision, even your vision will deceive you. I'm telling you the truth. You look at somebody and think, this girl she has vision. And I think this is the type of person I want to marry. And sometimes when you get married to that person, you discover that it's not what you're thinking that she is. But when God, who knows you better than you think you know yourself, if God gives you a wife, you discover that He must have considered the weakness in you, consider the weakness in that Mrs. A, and then say two of you should come together. Is remember that even Adam did not notice that he's a weak man. Even Adam did not notice that he's incomplete without Eve, until God looked at him and said, "Oh, my son, you need a helper." And then He had to manufacture another woman, a person that is known as Eve, and say, "This is the bone of my bones, the flesh of my flesh." You understand? That is Adam that said this, because when he has seen the weakness in him. Even him did not notice those weaknesses. But when the Eve that God created came in contact with him, he said, "This is the bone of my bones." Yeah, that's when he discovered the weakness in him. He discovered that there was a weakness in me that I never noticed. That is imperfection in me that I don't know. And then that's why when two come, they become one. That is complete. A man is incomplete without a wife. Take it or leave it. So God has seen the weakness, that imperfection in you. He has to give you a wife. So Why taking decision about your wife or the wife to marry or the husband to marry? Please, I think the men they have this opportunity to choose because of the fact that men are the one making the move, right? So that's why I'm laying emphasis on women because you most of the times the women may not have that opportunity to be selective, but man, you're the one to making the move. You understand? So before you make that move, consider that person is this weakness of the man. Despite the fact that this person is beautiful, this person has everything I needed needed in a woman. So this weakness in her, is this something I can manage? If it's something that you cannot manage, please, I beseech you, please run. Don't just consider the nyash. Some people consider the nyash, consider the breast. I can tell you with time, those nyash will fade. Those breasts will fall. They will sag. Wrinkles all your body. So, and by then, what will sustain your love? What will be your sustenance? What is it that will hold the love again? You see that the love will disappear. The love will disappear. It is now the character that will hold it. It is now the understanding, the ability to manage the character, the ability to manage the weakness will now hold the love. That's why you see there is no home that is not mixed with happiness and tragedy. Do you get what I'm saying? You see some people that love themselves so much, they quarrel so much. Because this is the part of the things that, these are the things that strengthen the love. It strengthens the love. So when you see the person that this person, that's why you see some people, when they quarrel, you see them today, they are just exchanging words. And in less than 30 minutes, in less than 20 minutes, they have already reconciled because they understand themselves. They understand themselves. They know how to manage, they know how to cover it up. You get it now. Not that the husband and wife, they don't quarrel. They quarrel, but the ability to manage their weaknesses, that when the vapor of their emotions, when it goes down, then they will understand that, oh. You understand? I was talking about this is my perspective about this is my perspective about this. And at the point of the two of them, when the vapor of the emotions go down, then they will understand that, oh, I'm the one that is wrong. This is my husband. You two, they get angry. So they have already quarreled. They have already settled it. This person that you're planning to marry, is it the one that you can settle together with? You need to ask yourself before you make a move. And I pray that God will not make mistakes. Thank you. God bless you.